In pharmacy, a degree in pharmacy technology will support you in multiple healthcare careers. Some people will become a pharmacy technician and make that a life choice. Others will use their pharmacy technician education as a ladder to other healthcare professions. In our program, you'll learn to think like a healthcare professional and you'll learn to speak like a healthcare professional. And you will be speaking to doctors and nurses, insurance adjudicators, and patients. So some of the things that a pharmacy technician does in the course of a day is to package and label prescriptions, organize inventory, accept payment for prescriptions, and process insurance claims. If you've ever been sick as a child and you had a liquid antibiotic, most of the time they're pink and bubblegum flavored, it probably was the pharmacy technician that mixed that antibiotic for you. We always work under the direct supervision of a pharmacist. And when we work in hospitals, we can work in the IV compounding room where we mix sterile preparations, which will be administered to the patient directly through their veins. That would be for critical care patients. Our instructor, Dr. Johnson, developed this YouTube video that I'll share with you now that tells a little bit more about being a pharmacy technician.
Welcome to Davidson-Davie Community College's Pharmacy Technology program. You may have heard the pharmacy is a small world, but I'm here to let you know it's a big world and the places you may go in pharmacy. Technicians work in many practice settings to assist pharmacists in delivering medications to the patients they serve. Join me in taking a look at just a few of those settings. The community pharmacy or retail setting, where pharmacy technicians may fill up to 300 plus prescriptions per day, is a very fast-paced environment. The long-term care is a closed-door pharmacy, where technicians will not have any interactions with patients, but it does require a high level of teamwork. The hospital setting is where the real healing begins, and attention to details is of the utmost importance. And let's not forget manufacturing. Someone has to put those pills into the packaging. Whatever your preference, Dr. Johnson and Mrs. Norris are excited to partner with you on your journey at Davidson-Davie Community College. For more information, please visit our website, and congratulations to the class of 2021. We'll see you in the fall.
So what is the job outlook? The employment for pharmacy technicians is projected to grow 4%. In the meanwhile, the position for pharmacist is declining at a negative 3%. This discrepancy allows pharmacy technicians at this time to operate at the upper echelon of their certifications. The number of jobs in 2019 were 422,300. This information can be found at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and there's the website right there for you. If you want to find more information, you can go to that website and just type in your search for pharmacy technician careers. And I'm always interested in what pharmacy technicians earn. You'll enter the market at $10.23 an hour. The middle wage is $14.48. And with certification and experience, you can expect $42,120 yearly. However, this does not include your benefit package. So on top of your $42,000, you need to remember that you'll be offered health insurance, paid time off. You'll have opportunities to earn shift diff. Shift diff is when you work in a hospital setting and maybe you decide that you're going to work second shift. That's what I did. Or maybe you'll work third shift and you may earn a little bit more, which is called your shift differential. You'll also have opportunities to earn holiday pay. And so there's a lot of your 401k will be on top of your hourly salary. Where would you work? Maybe you'll recognize some of these logos. If you choose you can choose to work in a retail setting like Walgreens or CVS, a hospital setting like Wake Forest Baptist or Cone Health. You can choose radioactive pharmacy, is also known as nuclear pharmacy. If you choose to work in a nuclear pharmacy, you will probably be working third shift, as these medications have to be made right before the patient needs the medication. You can work in long-term care, home infusion, or cancer practice. What would you do in a cancer practice? You would be the one helping patients find payers for their medications, whether it is the drug manufacturer or the insurance company. Some different roles that pharmacy technicians may fulfill is medication reconciliation technician. This was one of my favorite positions when I worked in the hospital. I felt that I was qualified, I felt that I was dedicated, and I like patient interaction. So when a patient is admitted to the hospital, one of the first people they'll speak to is a medication reconciliation technician who records all the medications that a patient is taking at home, and when they had their last dose, so that every other medical professional that interviews this patient or treats this patient has an idea of what was going on in the home care setting. You could be a controlled narcotics specialist, because all controlled narcotics have to be accounted for and forms have to be filled out. So one of your jobs that you might do as a narcotics specialist is to track down every dose of narcotics given in the hospital and make sure that it's accounted for and documented correctly, as well as maybe purchasing or returning narcotics to the manufacturer if they're not used. Inventory, the highest expense a pharmacy will ever have is their inventory. So this becomes its own specialized function. Inventory specialists negotiate contracts, purchase medication just in time so that we don't have too much inventory on the shelf, but we have enough to serve all our patients that day. A billing and reimbursement specialist is someone who would probably specialize in prior authorizations and working with insurance companies. And then a validation tech. If you will continue just one additional year at Davidson-Davie Community College and earn your AAS degree, you would be qualified to check the work performed by other technicians. So last week, I attended a session with Valley High, and I looked up on Indeed.com at what open positions were listed on March 17th. And within 30 miles of Lexington, we had Walmart, Walgreens, Harris Teeter, CVS, Lexington Family Pharmacy, Sterile Compounding Pharmacy in Kernersville, and Food Lion in Salisbury. But I've also had 3 different phone calls with 3 different pharmacists that were also looking for pharmacy technicians. Hospitals listing open positions last week included the VA hospital, and they listed their salary as $35,000 to $43,000. I am expecting that they are looking for the certified technician with experience. And Wake Forest Baptist Hospital in Lexington also had an open position. But if you went on Indeed.com today, you probably would see this many positions or more opened. And I am always, about once a week, I look kind of to keep my eye on how many positions are open. And there will always be, at this time, positions open for a pharmacy technician. I see we have Katie Cheek and Katie Freeland with us. Do either of you ever look for jobs on Indeed.com? Maybe?
Not really.
Not really? How about you, Katie?
No.
No, do you know how to find that website?
No.
Okay, so if you put in your browser Indeed in the search bar, then you'll come to, you'll have the option of choosing Indeed jobs. and just click on that. There will be a search job, and you can put in whatever kind of job you're looking for. So if you'll put pharmacy technician in your search bar, then you can see all the jobs that are open, and you can choose whatever area that you want. If you become a certified pharmacy technician, you'll be able to work anywhere in the state of North Carolina. You probably will be able to work anywhere in the country, but different states have different regulations. So with an AAS degree and your certification, you probably can work in about any state in the country. So if you ever felt like relocating, you would still be able to be a pharmacy technician. How do you become a pharmacy technician? Well, at Davidson-Davie, we have 3 different entry levels. You can begin our program as a career and college promise student in high school. You can complete that, earning your certification in pharmacy, and then re-enter or enter as a high school student in our diploma program. You'll complete that program in 10 months and sit for your national exam. Once you become nationally certified, you can work in a retail pharmacy or you can work in a hospital pharmacy. But I encourage all students to come back the second year and get their AAS degree in pharmacy technology, which would allow them the opportunity to post for jobs in management in a hospital system. With an AAS degree, you have the opportunity to verify work performed by other pharmacy technicians. So if a pharmacy technician filled a crash cart in a hospital, you would be the one signing off and making sure that crash cart was filled correctly with the correct items in it. If you don't feel like you're finished with your education at that point, the next logical decision would be to become a pharmacist and earn your doctorates in pharmacy. So these are the career paths we offer at Davidson-Davie. As a career and college promise student, you'll take our Introduction to Pharmacy course, which is Pharmacy 110, Pharmacology 120, and Trends in Pharmacy. We have a lot of requests from pharmacists to develop soft skills in pharmacy technicians because our pharmacists are looking for technicians who can speak to patients, but also speak to doctor and nurses. So these are some of the skills that you'll learn in our Introduction to Pharmacy. I like pharmacology for 2 reasons. One, if you're a pharmacy technician, after taking the pharmacology course, you're much more in tune with how to catch a mistake on a prescription, because once you learn the drugs and their indications and their interactions, you have the background information you need to look at a prescription and say, hey, the patient is telling me antibiotic, but I know this drug is antifungal. We're probably going to have a separate conversation about this with the patient and the pharmacist and the doctor. But more importantly, or equally importantly in pharmacology, is it would be wonderful if everybody went through life and never got sick, but probably at some point in your own life or one of the members of your family or your friends are going to get sick. With your pharmacology information, you'll always be able to tell when you're prescribed a medication, what it's for, how it should be used, whether it should be taken with food or on an empty stomach, and what other fruits or vegetables that you might want to avoid while on this medication. New to our program this year is what language does your patient hurt in? This is Pharmacy 140, categorized, Trends in Pharmacy. This course will help you learn to communicate with patients in a diverse population, whether you're in a retail setting or in the hospital. Sometimes the next country you visit is currently standing 6 feet away from you in the people that you meet and greet and have conversations with every day. So I'm really excited about that course. Last week, we took a trip to High Point University and also to the Civil Rights Museum in Greensboro. So our high school graduates that come into our diploma program start in pharmacy practice. These are in lab settings, hands-on, where our students learn how to compound ointments and creams, reconstitute powder formulations, and we practice data entry skills. In the spring semester, our students will actually fulfill an externship at a retail pharmacy site or long-term. And upon completing that in the winter semester, spring semester, we'll also work 8 weeks in the hospital setting while they'll learn the technology needed to fill automated dispensing cabinets and work with emergency medical trays and crash carts. If you come back the second year, you then advance into more advanced roles for a pharmacy technician, where you'll specialize in medical insurance, immunizations, and point of care testing. Point of care testing, an example of that would be learning to use a glucometer to measure blood sugar for diabetics, or actually a current point of care testing that receives a lot of headlines in the news is COVID-19 testing. In the springtime, our students will take a human relations course where they would learn human resource topics for the pharmacy technician that will one day be in a management position. And they'll also have an extra hospital rotation where they'll practice medication reconciliation and hazardous and chemical compounding. I do want to tell you that Davidson-Davie Community College has a phenomenal international education program. The pharmacy technology program supports this with currently three globalized courses. And we really want to give you every opportunity while you're in our program to fully participate in the Global Scholars Program by attending passport events and to investigate our study abroad opportunities. This summer, the school is offering a trip to South Africa in the summer, and next fall, there will be a trip to Ireland. We also have on campus a Fulbright Scholar every single year. This year, our Fulbright Scholar is from Ireland, and he sponsors Irish conversation hours every Wednesday. I was attending one before I came to this meeting. And I enjoy learning about other cultures and other places. Katie, have you ever considered studying abroad? Either Katie Cheek or Katie Freeland.
Yes.
You have? Okay, so did you know that we offer this opportunity at Davidson-Davie?
I did not.
You did not. How about you, Katie Cheek?
I have also considered it.
You have considered it. If you are considering it, a study abroad opportunity, I want you to know that opportunity is available at Davidson-Davie Community College. And I want you to know that if you are participating in the pharmacy technology program, we're going to give you every opportunity to participate in those, what I would call a once in a lifetime opportunity. Our adjunct instructor, Dr. Johnson, is just finishing a virtual course where students from Davidson-Davie met virtually with students from Jordan and completed a sustainable project where they created an app to help reverse. Usually you think farm to table. So in this case, a normal route is for farmers to provide food to restaurants. But this collaboration between students at Davidson-Davie and students from the country of Jordan created a program so that restaurants could use an app to take their waste and return it to farmers to use for feed for their animals. So that is a fascinating opportunity that we have this year to even participate virtual in study abroad opportunities. I do want to share with you, let me slide this over. I'll put this right here for now. We have a current student, Samantha Thompson, who shared this letter with me, and I don't want to bore you, but I will read it to you. Hey everyone, my name is Samantha, and I'm a student at DDCC currently pursuing a diploma in pharmacy technology. If you are a person who loves numbers, math, and helping people and keeping busy, then the pharmacy tech position is for you. I would highly recommend the program through my college. The number one reason I am so successful is because of my teachers, Mrs. Norris and Dr. Johnson. They make sure I am understanding the coursework and assist in any way possible. While the course load is heavy at times, the payoff is rewarding. For me, being able to go to your rotations and put the criteria that you learned into action was an amazing feeling. Just in case you are doubting yourself, know that if I can do this, you can too. I know that everyone hears that a lot. However, in my case, it's true. The things that were thrown at me in 2020 and even the start of 2021 to try to prevent me from doing my best and excelling in my field of choice were astounding. I remember expressing to my friend Aaliyah that I knew I had finally found the thing in life I was supposed to be doing. She asked me how I knew that, and I replied, because everything is going against me instead of with me. All signs pointed to me dropping out at one point, but with the help of my amazing teachers and my personal support system, I have pushed through, and I'm proud to say that attending the pharmacy technology program at DDCC has been one of the best decisions of my life. I cannot wait to grow in my field and excel in all that I do. I'm very proud of Samantha. Currently, Samantha is working on an extern at Davidson-Davie at Davidson Medical Center in the hospital part. And she is going to graduate on time, as well as 8 other students this year. Of the students that are participating in externships, 2 have already been offered jobs. They're not even finished the program yet. They haven't taken their certification yet. But I will tell you that myself and Dr. Johnson are dedicated to seeing each of our students complete our program successfully and find the employment that they're looking for as a career pharmacy technician.